Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Do make sure that you are subscribed and also do like the video. So listen you guys, kitlobuwa English because whatever Mazulu, Mazulu awatibi Sotho. So we talk little accommodate Mazulu and sitlobuwa English because Mazulu awatibi Sotho. So it's sitlobuwa English, because when I was doing Sotho in my other video, Mazulu, I complain, Mazulu, I complain because Mazulu are to be Sotho, you see. So on this video, we are going to speak English because of Mazulu. Mazulu, they don't want to learn other languages. So litlobuwa English. So you guys, we are still talking about Musa Mseleku, but before I do that, you guys, somebody pointed out that whole thing that I think it's the second person that points out on some of my videos I disappear, and like my picture disappears on some of my videos. I had noticed it on one video that ended up looking like I had done a voiceover, and I had posted that video on uThando, the one where I was talking about like the summary of what's going on with Musa Mseleku. And I had tried to fix that video, and for some reason it just wasn't, my picture wasn't appearing, and I tried to fix it. I went and I edited it back. On my phone I could see myself, but when I uploaded the video it wasn't showing. Okay, so I ended up uploading that video as a voiceover, even though on my phone it wasn't a voiceover, so I couldn't figure it out. So when this person pointed it out, you guys, I realized that a few of my videos are doing that. So at some point on the video, I disappear. I don't understand what's happened. But when you increase the quality of your video, when you are watching, sometimes it fixes itself. Like on my phone, when I increase the quality, it fixes itself. I don't know if it will do the same with you, but I'm still trying to figure out, you guys, if it's the app I'm using when I'm editing or what. I don't know what's happening. Okay, but I'm trying to figure it out. Thank you guys for pointing it out. I will try and fix it. Okay, but if it's not fixable, I'll just try and do the voiceover on most of the videos until it's fixed. I just don't know what's happening. I'm not good at editing videos, you guys. That's why I try and do as little as possible. Anyway, you guys, so listen, we are still talking about Musa Mseleku. A lot is going on right now because they decided to have this 50th birthday party of Musa Mseleku, and one of the things that Musa Mseleku decided to talk about was talk about his extended family, which is the family that we've never met. But obviously we have always asked ourselves, why is Mseleku not having any extended family, like any cousins, any baba mncane, any uncle, any yabona nje? Most families will have like umkhulu, ugogo, auntie, isidakwa nje nasakwi family. Actually, I'm thinking ukuthi nathi asinaso kodwa isidakwa sakwe family, kodwa nathi asisenaso nje isidakwa se-family. So zashona nathi iy'dakwa zakwe-family. So like we always ask ourselves ukuthi kahle what happened with Mseleku's immediate family, not immediate, but yes, immediate. Like, does he not have brothers and sisters? Okay, let's just say akanayo brothers and sisters except for Mpume that we've seen, but to get the cousins from both his mother's side and his father's side and all of that, we've always asked ourselves that. And his comment on that had always been that he doesn't get along with them because he's successful, so they don't like him. Okay, they don't like him because he's successful. Now, the interesting thing about that whole story this season is that in addition to them not liking him, now Unompumelelo, his sister, now was being added to the people that don't like him, which was a shock because Mpume was the one and only sister that we knew of. And it was easy for us to think ukuthi Mseleku was right by saying that his family don't like him because he's successful, because here was Mpumelelo, his sister, who liked him. So he must not be that bad, because here is Mpumelelo not seeing anything wrong with his brother. But when he started saying now, even Mpumelelo now thinks the same of him as the rest of the family, it was like, I call it wrong. So now, you guys, with all of that, there is now this post that Musa Mseleku posted and deleted about Mpume. And honestly, you guys, I think it's a sad post for somebody to post about their sibling. Okay, even if you are having a conflict with your sibling, when you take that fight online, on social media, when your sibling goes on social media and says that I've done this and this and this and this and this for you, and you are ungrateful and what, then that relationship is really, really over. And it's going to be hard for you to fix that relationship. It's one thing for me to be fighting with my sister and I'm telling my other sister to say, I feel like my other sister is ungrateful because I've done this and this and this for her. Or I'm fighting with one cousin and I'm telling the other, because it's still within the family. But when I go outside of the family and I'm telling a neighbor and I'm telling someone else, like, then it becomes difficult, because usually people from outside of the family don't really care if you get along, and they are always going to bring it up. So I thought that it was a sad post that Musa Mseleku made about Mpume. But what makes it even more sad is that Mpume hasn't really said anything about Musa Mseleku, you guys. Even the things that they say Mpume said, which we don't even know what she said. Remember, Musa Mseleku was about to tell us what Mpume said, and Usne stopped him. Usne kahle udeserve impama nje futhi ngalokho kusafuna simshaye ngoba uyena who stopped Musa Mseleku from telling us. Mpume, guys, angazi khona uyibonile post. I haven't seen Mpume write anything about Musa Mseleku or the wives or the kids. Unompumelelo Mseleku has not said anything that I have seen about the family, And so for Musa Mseleku to just go and write all of these things about Mpume, I was like, because whatever it is that she did and said, she must have said it to the family. And so why is he bringing all of this to social media? Like, usenzeni Mpume now? Okay, so let me read the post, you guys. He says that he spent over 490K. A man that just now couldn't pay the 100K for his hospital bill. He spent 490K of my own money. That's what he's saying. Of my own money, buying property at Umkomazi for Nompendulo. She also asked the property to be finished, and I asked Makumalo to work on that using our family money. When her first failed marriage, she wanted to finish. She wanted furniture. We organized that for her second failed marriage. We used our own money to sponsor it. When I bought the cars for my wives, I guess she wanted a car as well. Unfortunately, I couldn't get that for her, but we bought the car for my estranged brother, a bike, using our own family money. Okay, so now I'm just trying to figure out what made Musa Mseleku write this post, because Mpumelelo has not said anything bad about Musa Mseleku and the family on social media. What has Mpumelelo said for him to come and expose her like this? Okay, to go and tell us he had bought the property for her, furnished the house for her, Mpume wanted a car and all of that. I don't know, you guys. It's a bad post for it to be posted by a big brother to counter all of these things that he did for you as his little sister. Okay, now when I look at this, you guys, the whole thing about her wanting the property, wanting the house to be finished, he is making her sound like a spoiled brat at that point, because it's a lot for someone to be buying your property, finishing the house, and you still want the car, just like their wives. At the same time, if you think about it, you guys, Mpume was there for season 1 and Mpume was there for season 2. I think it was season 2 or 3 where she looked like she did not want to film anymore. And was it not season 1 when the wives got the cars, you know? And I kind of felt like when she started not wanting to film and they were doing the bridal shower for her, it felt like she really didn't want to do the show. And it felt like there were possibilities that they were not compensating her for doing the show, because initially when they were doing the first season, she was very enthusiastic when they were shooting that scene where they were going to the grave sites and they were cleaning the Amatunaga Coco floor and Mom Joyce and all of that. She was willing to shoot. When she was doing a facial Kampumelelo, she was showing us her business, what she's doing and all of that. She really was about the show. She was shooting just as much as the wives were shooting. She did not have a problem with shooting the show. But then comes the next season, she did not want to be around. She looked like she did not want to be on camera. She did not want to say anything on camera. I kind of feel like there are possibilities that they did not pay her to be around to shoot the show like they paid the wives. So why would I want to be doing a show if I'm not being paid? Maybe her demands for the property, the furniture, the car, where because of that, I'm doing the show too, just like your wives are doing the show. If they are being bought cars and houses and furniture, I should be getting the same too, because she was doing the show. Maybe her being reluctant in doing more seasons on the show was because she wasn't being paid like the wives were being paid, and she felt like, why should I continue giving you guys the show? Why should I be here being happy and even doing diary sessions about my bridal shower when you guys are going to be paid and giving cars and giving all of these things, and I'm not getting the same? Why should I be here receiving doing all of this if you are going to be receiving more than I am receiving? Remember, she wasn't like the kids where the kids were younger. She was already an adult running her business already at the time, because she already had that spa at the time. So I feel like there are possibilities that happened at the time. Her demanding things was because she was already doing a show, just like they were doing the show, and she deserved a salary like everybody else. And maybe if they were getting a percentage of Thanks Ma, she also wanted a percentage of Thanks Ma, and maybe they did not give her what she deserved, and then she pulled back from the show, and that's why she started not wanting to participate as much as the others were participating, and she ended up just not appearing at all on the show. I kind of get the feeling that might have happened with Nompumelelo when it comes to making the appearance on the show, and maybe that's why she made those demands earlier on the show, when she saw the wives getting all of these things because they were doing the show, but she wasn't getting as much when she was doing the show. Now, obviously, with Nompumelelo not getting along with her brother, maybe she is getting along with other family members, and the other family members that are willing to defend her, even though her brother is going so hard on her. So maybe what prompted this one family member to expose Musa Mseleku the way that he did was seeing this post, because it looks like this post was earlier on today, and then it was deleted to say, no, but if you're going to go so hard on Mpumelelo, we're also going to go hard on you. I really feel like it's an unfair post, because Nompumelelo hasn't said anything bad about Musa Mseleku. It's them who came and said Nompumelelo said this, and something that was said away from the cameras. We can't even confirm that she did say it. She is not getting the chance to explain herself on camera. She does not get a diary session. She has not gone on social media and said anything or written anything. So it's like they brought it on camera and they get to defend it on social media, and now they feel bad about it and they explaining themselves. It's so unfair for her. So I think that it's possible that the other relatives are feeling like, why should we stand by when she is getting so much attack? It is unfair, you guys. But, okay, with us, the gossipers, we are just getting to understand how these things are working. Okay, now you guys, Unopumelelo, it looks like even though she wasn't appearing on like the most recent seasons, she was still keeping in touch with the family, because if you think about it, on at Makumalo's Umembeso, she was there and she was very happy with for Makumalo. She was laughing. She was if you look at the pictures, she's there happy for Makumalo and all of that. So she was still involved with family functions. So it's not like when she pulled back from the show, she pulled back from the family. So she was still coming around family, but she was just not doing the show. Okay, so whatever it is that happened between her and Musa Mseleku must have happened very recently, where she was like, this is it, I'm not going to be doing the show. You know what they can do then? They can actually bring Mpume for a diary session and surprise the Mselekus. Yes, the Mselekus have production credits, but they don't actually edit the show. Go and find Mpume, give her a diary session, make her tell her side of the story, and put it as the last episode, just at the end. You know, like they did number 5 last season, without the wives knowing. Did Mpume, without Mseleku knowing, tell her side of the story, and do episode 25 without them knowing. Mpume telling her side of the story. Unayibona leyo nto? Yes. So that sizozwa ukuthi Mpume uzothini. Yes. Siyayidinga lowo mgosi lowo. Please do so. Kuyaphuthuma. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. Please like it before Puma, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers when it's time.